Well, I'm not sure what we're doing today, but I know what we're working on because it's the one in the bay. So it looks like it's going to be another Trans Am video. I don't know if we're working on the manifold gaskets or if he's really ready to attack that heater core yet. I know he's got the interior pulled. What a nightmare. Got to do what you got to do, though. The upside, and it was the thing that made us worried, is no problem with the pan at all. So that leak was probably just pretty recent. I'm glad we caught it before we could get any rust or any other damage. So, got to replace these things. Sit around for 40 years and, you know, you start to leak a little bit. Okay, we had decided to go ahead and try to tackle this exhaust leak on the driver's side. And all we keep figuring out is how much more we got to take out of the car to get it stuff. Got to get that shield off, but to get the spark plug boots and everything, you know. So we're fighting the good fight. Got to spiral down, get that shield off if we can, and hopefully get some of these bolts out. Hopefully they don't all just break, because that's going to be miserable. So I'm just dealing with stuff that was put on by GM in 1978 or 77, and it's never been off since. Well, and another one of those days where you go, wow, that's easier said than done. Those bolts are really difficult to get at. We may wind up having to go through a wheel well. We're not sure yet. We're going to regroup and take another look here. Do not now, so we can get this front exhaust dropped, because that's going to be in our way. We're also going to want to be very careful with the starter, since I believe the battery is still hooked up. Okay, we dropped that section of exhaust and have that held up. Getting ready to pull. Yeah, I think I'll pull the spring, and I think we'll have access to pull the Z-bar. Yeah, I can see two of the bolts. I don't know where the third one is. Oh boy, that one's going to be fun. So, okay, yeah, but I think we're going to be dropping the starter too. Well, before you know it, this engine will be on a stand, because that seems to be the progression we're at. You know, to move this, you got to move that. To move that, you got to move this. To move this, you got to move that. We're getting ready to pull the Z-bar, but to do that, of course, I got to pull the fuel line. And we started looking at it. We're like, well, we might want to replace the little rubber section anyway. And like I said, before you know it, this engine will be sitting on a stand. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, see, he's a friendly one.
Look at over here. Yeah.
Oh.
Three of them picking out of there a minute ago.
Yeah, she's like, nope. Stay out of here. Oh, I hear you, Mittens. I see you. Where's the little white guys? Oh, there's one of the tan ones. What are you doing there, Garfield? Yeah, I see you. Yeah, there's kittens galore. Oh, you're getting strong. This has been a fight and a fight and a fight. We keep removing more and more car. Just broke the bolt that's above the frame here. And I imagine if we can get leverage on it, we're going to break the other one. Because that's what happens with exhaust studs. And now, I got to get the socket back. Taking heat, perseverance, and a lot of effort to get at this one here. But there's about 2 threads left. And this manifold is coming out. This has not been fun. All right, so we finally got that pig out. You can see she definitely was leaking. Of course she was. She didn't have any bolts. All right, let's see if we can even see anything up there. Okay, there's one broken bolt. You can see that one. Well, I hope you guys can see it. I can totally see it. So the first one is good. The second one, we get to find a way to drill out. That'll be loads of fun. Okay, the middle 2 look pretty good. And then, of course, these 2 are completely broken. But at least these 2, we have better access. I'm not going to say great, but better. So that's going to be loads of fun. We got to figure out a good method for getting them out. Because one thing to remember on this Pontiac 400, the way this goes is these two bolts are into a solid portion of the head and they're enclosed. These go into open webbing behind the spark plug on this side and then just outside. So those, you know, water and everything built up on the other side, just like you see on the 389 over at the house. So that's the problem with those. So that'll be fun. And trying to decide if that's a crack or a parting line from when it was made. That looks like that's from manufacturer, so okay. Wanted to make sure we didn't have to replace it completely. Besides, you don't see anything out here. So, alright. He's going to get that blasted and cleaned up. We're going to figure out how on earth we're going to get, particularly that bolt. I don't know how we're going to do that one. So, we'll get that sorted out. It can't be impossible. People do it. So, we just got to figure it out. Had to pull a lot more than we expected to, but it seems to always be the case on smog cars. So there's a pretty good chance, since it got a lot later than we expected, that this is going to be the end of this section of a video. If you see ShopWrecks in a minute, thanks for watching. If you don't, well, then we'll continue later. This has been another ShopWrecks approved video.